Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up that screen. All right, Ilus came out with their second quarter report, and we're going to get right into that. All right, it says Ilus confirms its second quarter, and they had a 553% revenue increase to 19.6 million. We already knew that. The big question was going to be about the net income or net profit. And as you can see, they had the revenues of 19.6, but the net profit of 1.13. And we were really looking for anywhere of, $3 million area, which would have been about 15% profit margin, which is about what they've been operating on. But there may be some issues in this from initial cost of putting together the acquisition, and it's hard to say right now, but that's a little bit disappointing of what the market was looking for. It says progress during the second quarter included Ilus acquiring the majority stake of a fully reporting OTC company, OTCQB, which was Wikisoft, which turned into QIND, which was Quality International, out of the United Arab Emirates, a $100 million plus annual revenue company, and we covered the crap out of that. As the company is continuing to focus on business development and businesses within its groups, Georgia Fire and Rescue has had a great improvement as they went into their bigger facility, so they're looking for a lot of results from Georgia Fire Rescue. It says steady growth has been delivered across the board within the group, and with the third quarter already well underway, Ilus is confident of an even stronger performance in its third and fourth quarters. Ilus expects its audit to be completed in the third quarter, following which it will uplist to the OTC QB is the plan. And that may take a little bit of time after the audit. Sometimes that takes several weeks for OTC to get back to them, make sure it's okay. JP Backwell commented, we've delivered very impressive growth during the second quarter, and we're just getting into our stride as a global company which aims to become a dominant conglomerate with even bigger deals on the table and so many exciting developments taking place behind the scenes. Said we're thrilled about all the back half of the year holds in store for our company and our shareholders. And here's the actual profit and loss statement. There's the 19.6. Their cost of goods sold was 13.8 million, gross profit of just under 6 million. And then, as you can see, general administrative of 3.9, non-operating expenses of $500,000, and that may be some of that additional expenses that they had during the acquisition that may not be recurring. But we came out with the 1.132 million. And unfortunately, in this market, the market didn't care for that. It was up about 5% earlier in the day, and I was looking for this thing to jump if the numbers came out like we'd hoped. But when they didn't, obviously, it kind of buried down here, and it's actually down 1%, so whoopity-doo. But anyway, the market didn't care for that, and that's a little frustrating. Back 18 months ago, this thing, if it had come in with 500% revenue increase year over year, this thing would have skyrocketed. But we're not in that world anymore.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
And as far as the shorts are concerned, we don't know exactly what they're doing. We won't know until probably tomorrow or the next day when this thing updates. But right now, we just don't have enough information of what their plans are. But we'll know more when we get a look at the fresh data. All right, folks, and that's the second quarter on Ilus today. Not that impressive. It wasn't what we were hoping for. It's not terrible. I mean, they made over $1 million in profit, and they're a penny stock, for gosh sakes. But when you're looking for something to become a value stock over time, I'd hoped that number would have hit around 3 instead of 1. Because if you multiply that times 4, that gives you what? A little over $4 million divided by 100. So your forward PE is looking at around 25, and that's not value stock land. But if they continue to drive this revenue like they are, I would think those profits will increase, and I'm sure they'll get more efficient. It's tough when you're acquiring a company to be efficient. You've got so many additional costs involved in that, and I'm sure that played a role. It almost had to. That's it for Ilus today. Like I said, I know not everybody's too excited about it, but look, they made over $1 million in a quarter. Not bad, really. But if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Ilus. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.